Hello, and welcome to Tom and Ben News Wikipedia News Edition. On 9th episode is Lego.
Lego, still as LEGO, is a line of plastic construction toys that are manufactured by the Lego Group, a privately held company based in Billund, Denmark.
The company's flagship product, Lego, consists of colorful interlocking plastic bricks accompanying an array of gears, figurines called minifigures, and various other parts.
Lego pieces can be assembled and connected in many ways to construct objects, including vehicles, buildings, and working robots.
Anything constructed can be taken apart again, and the pieces reused to make new things.
The Lego Group began manufacturing the interlocking toy bricks in 1949.
Movies, games, competitions, and 6 Lego and amusement parks have been developed under the brand.
As of July 2015, 600 billion Lego parts have been produced. In February 2015, Lego replaced Ferrari as Brand Finance's world's most powerful brand. The Lego Group began in the workshop of old Kurt Christensen, 1891 to 1958, a carpenter from Billund, Denmark, who began making wooden toys in 1932.
In 1934, his company came to be called Lego, derived from the Danish phrase Legat, L-J-K-T, which means play well.
In 1947, Lego expanded to begin producing plastic toys.
In 1949, Lego began producing, among other new products, an early version of the now familiar interlocking bricks, calling them automatic binding bricks.
These bricks were based on the Kittycraft self-locking bricks, which had been patented in the United Kingdom in 1939 and released in 1947.
Lego had received the sample of the Kittycraft bricks from the supplier of an injection molding machine that it purchased.
The bricks, originally manufactured from cellulose acetate, were a development of the traditional stackable wooden blocks of the time. The Lego Group's motto, "Only the best is good enough," Danish, "Det bedste ikke forjagt," was created in 1936.
This motto, which is still used today, was created by Christensen to encourage his employees never to skimp on quality, a value he believed in strongly.
By 1951, plastic toys accounted for half of the Lego company's output, even though the Danish trade magazine Lego J.S. 4 times. Visiting the Lego factory in Billund in the early 1950s felt that plastic would never be able to replace traditional wooden toys.
Although common sentiment, Lego toys seem to have become a significant exception to the dislike of plastic in children's toys, due in part to the high standards set by old Kirk.
By 1954, Christensen's son, Godfred, had become the junior managing director of the Lego Group.
It was his conversation with an overseas buyer that led to the idea of a toy system.
Godfred saw the immense potential in Lego bricks to become a system for creative play, but the bricks still had some problems. From a technical standpoint, their locking ability was limited and they were not versatile.
In 1958, the modern brick design was developed, It took 5 years to find the right material for it. ABS. Acrylonitrile butadiene styrene polymer.
The modern Lego brick design was patented on 28 January 1958. The Lego Group's Duplo product line was introduced in 1969 and is a range of simple blocks whose lengths measure twice the width, height, and depth of standard Lego blocks and are aimed towards younger children. In 1978, Lego produced the first minifigures, which have since become a staple in most sets. In May 2011, Space Shuttle Endeavour mission STS-134 brought 13 Lego kits to the International Space Station, where astronauts built models to see how they would react in microgravity as a part of the Lego Bricks in Space program. In May 2013, the largest model ever created was displayed in New York City and was made of over 5 million bricks, a one-scale model of an X-wing fighter.
Other records include a 112-foot, 34M tower and a 4 kilometers, 2.5 miles railway.
In February 2015, Lego replaced Ferrari as the world's most powerful brand. Lego's popularity is demonstrated by its wide representation and usage in many forms of cultural works, including books, films, and artwork.
It has even been used in the classroom as a teaching tool.
In the U.S., Lego Education North America is a joint venture between Kitsco, Incorporated, and the Educational Division of the Lego Group. In 1998, Lego Bricks were one of the original inductees into the National Toy Hall of Fame at the Strong in Rochester, New York. Lego pieces of all varieties constitute a universal system.
Despite variation in the design and the purposes of individual pieces over the years, each piece remains compatible in some way with existing pieces.
Lego Bricks from 1958 still interlock with those made in the current time, and Lego sets for young children are compatible with those made for teenagers.
6 bricks of 2 times 4 studs can be combined in 915,103,765 ways.
Each Lego piece must be manufactured to an exacting degree of precision.
When 2 pieces are engaged, they must fit firmly, yet be easily disassembled.
The machines that manufacture Lego bricks have tolerances as small as 10 micrometers. Primary concept and development work takes place at the Dillon headquarters, where the company employs approximately 120 designers.
The company also has smaller design offices in the UK, Spain, Germany, and Japan, which are tasked with developing products aimed specifically at these markets.
The average development period for a new product is around 12 months, split into 3 stages.
The first stage is to identify market trends and developments, including contact by the designers directly with the market. Some are stationed in toy shops, closed to holidays, while others interview children.
The second stage is the design and development of the product, based upon the results of the first stage.
As of September 2008, the design teams used 3D modeling software to generate CAD drawings from initial design sketches.
The designs are then prototyped using an in-house stereolithography machine.
These prototypes are presented to the entire project team for comment and for testing by parents and children during the validation process.
Designs may then be altered in accordance with the results from the focus groups.
Virtual models of completed Lego products are built concurrently with the writing of the user instructions.
Completed CAD models are also used in the wider organization for marketing and packaging. Lego Digital Designer is an official piece of Lego software for Mac OS X and Windows which allows users to create their own digital Lego designs.
The program once allowed customers to order their custom designs, with a service to ship physical models from Digital Designer to consumers. The service ended in 2012.
Since 1963, Lego pieces have been manufactured from a strong, resilient plastic known as acrylonitrile butadiene styrene, ABS.
As of September 2008, Lego engineers use the NXCAD/CAM/CAEPLM software suite to model the elements.
The software allows the parts to be optimized by way of mold flow and stress analysis.
Prototype molds are sometimes built before the design is committed to mass production.
The ABS plastic is heated to 232 C, 450 F until it reaches a dough-like consistency.
Whoa!
It is then injected into the molds at pressures between 25 and 150 tons and takes approximately 15 seconds to cool.
The molds are permitted a tolerance of up to 20 micrometers to ensure the bricks remain connected.
Human inspectors check the output of the molds to eliminate significant variations in color or thickness.
According to the Lego Group, about 80 bricks out of every million fail to meet the standard required.
Lego factories recycle all but about 1% of their plastic waste from the manufacturing process.
If the plastic cannot be reused in Lego bricks, it is processed and sold on to industries that can make use of it.
Lego has a self-imposed 2030 deadline to find a more eco-friendly alternative to the ABS plastic it currently uses in its bricks.
Manufacturing of Lego bricks occurs at several locations around the world.
Molding is done in Finland, Denmark, Nyíregyháza, Hungary, Monterrey, Mexico, and most recently in Xiaxing, China.
Brick decorations and packaging are done at plants in Denmark, Hungary, Mexico, and Kladno in the Czech Republic.
The Lego Group estimates that in 5 decades it has produced 400 billion Lego blocks.
Annual production of Lego bricks averages approximately 36 billion, or about 1140 elements per second.
According to an article in Business Week in 2006, Lego could be considered the world's #1 tire manufacturer. The factory produces about 306 million small rubber tires a year.
The claim was reiterated in 2012. In December 2012, the BBC's More or Less radio program asked the Open University's engineering department to determine how many Lego bricks, stacked one on top of the other, it would take for the weight to destroy the bottom brick. Using a hydraulic testing machine, the engineering department determined the average maximum force a 2x2 Lego brick can stand is 4,240 newtons, since an average 2x2 Lego brick has a mass of 1.152 grams. 0.0406 ounces. According to their calculations, it would take a stack of 375,000 bricks to cause the bottom brick to collapse, which represents a stack 3,591 meters, 11,781 feet in height. Private tests have shown several thousand assembly-disassembly cycles before the bricks begin to wear out, although Lego tests show fewer cycles. In 2018, Lego announced that it will be using bio-derived polyethylene to make its botanical elements, parts such as leaves, bushes, and trees. Since the 1950s, the Lego Group has released thousands of sets with a variety of themes, including space, robots, pirates, trains, Vikings, castle, dinosaurs, undersea exploration, and Wild West.
Some of the classic themes that continue to the present day include Lego City, a line of sets depicting city life, introduced in 1973, and Lego Technic, a line aimed at emulating complex machinery, introduced in 1977.
Over the years, Lego has licensed themes from numerous cartoon and film franchises, and even some from video games.
These include Pac-Man, Indiana Jones, Pirates of the Caribbean, Harry Potter, Star Wars, and Minecraft.
Although some of the licensed themes, Lego Star Wars and Lego Indiana Jones, had highly successful sales, Lego has expressed a desire to rely more upon their own characters and classic themes, and less upon licensed themes related to movie releases. For the 2012 Summer Olympics in London, Lego released a special Team GB minifigure series exclusively in the United Kingdom to mark the opening of the games.
For the 2016 Summer Olympics and 2016 Summer Paralympics in Rio de Janeiro, Lego released a kit with the Olympic and Paralympic mascots Vinicius and Tom.
One of the largest Lego sets commercially produced was a minifigure scaled edition of the Star Wars Millennium Falcon.
Designed by Jens Kronvold Frederiksen, it was released in 2007 and contained 5,195 pieces.
It was surpassed by 5,922 peacetime mail.
A redesigned Millennium Falcon recently retook the top spot in 2017, with 7,541 pieces.
Lego also initiated a robotics line of toys called Mindstorms in 1999 and has continued to expand and update this range ever since.
The roots of the product originate from a programmable brick developed at the MIT Media Lab, and the name is taken from a paper by Seymour Papert, a computer scientist and educator who developed the educational theory of constructionism and whose research was at times funded by the Lego Group.
The programmable Lego brick, which is at the heart of these robotics sets, has undergone several updates and redesigns, with the latest being called the EV3 brick, being sold under the name of Lego Mindstorms EV3.
The set includes sensors that detect touch, light, sound and ultrasonic waves, with several others being sold separately, including an RFID reader.
The intelligent brick can be programmed using official software available for Windows and Mac computers and is downloaded onto the brick via Bluetooth or a USB cable.
There are also several unofficial programs and compatible programming languages that have been made to work with a brick, and many books have been written to support this community.
There are several robotics competitions which use the Lego robotics sets.
The earliest is Hotball, a national U.S. middle and high school competition stemming from the MIT 6.270 Lego Robotics Tournament.
Other Lego robotics competitions include Junior FIRST-LEGO League, Junior FLL for students ages 6 to 9 and FIRST Lego League, FLL for students ages 9 to 16. Age 9 to 14 in the United States, Canada, and Mexico.
Junior FLL and FLL offer real-world engineering challenges to participants.
FLL uses Lego-based robots to complete tasks.
Junior FLL participants built models out of Lego elements.
In its 2010 season, there were 16,070 FLL teams in over 55 countries.
In its 2010 season, there were 2,147 junior FLL teams, with 12,882 total student participants in the United States and Canada.
The International RoboCup Junior Football Competition involves extensive use of LEGO Mindstorms equipment, which is often pushed to its extreme limits. The capabilities of the Mindstorms range have now been harnessed for use in eco-creative prosthetic system, a prosthetic limb system designed for children.
Designs for these LEGO prosthetics allow everything from mechanical diggers to laser firing spaceships to be screwed onto the end of a child's limb.
Eco is the work of the Chicago-based Colombian designer Carlos Arturo Torres and is a modular system that allows children to customize their own prosthetics with the ease of clicking together plastic bricks.
Designed with LEGO's Future Lab, the Danish toy company's experimental research department, and CIREC, a Colombian foundation for physical rehabilitation, the modular prosthetic incorporates myoelectric sensors that register the activity of the muscle in the stump and send the signal to control movement in the attachment.
A processing unit in the body of the prosthetic contains an engine compatible with LEGO Mindstorms, the company's robotics line, which lets the wearer build an extensive range of customized, programmable limbs. The definitive shape of the LEGO bricks, with the inner tubes, was patented by the LEGO Group in 1958.
Several competitors have attempted to take advantage of LEGO's popularity by producing blocks of similar dimensions and advertising them as being compatible with LEGO bricks.
In 2002, LEGO sued the Coco Toy Company in Beijing for copyright infringement over its Coco Bricks product.
Coco was ordered to cease manufacture of the products, publish a formal apology, and pay damages.
LEGO sued the English company Best Lock Construction Toys in German courts in 2004 and 2009. The Federal Patent Court of Germany denied LEGO trademark protection for the shape of its bricks for the latter case.
In 2005, the LEGO company sued Canadian company Mega Bloks for trademark violation, but the Supreme Court of Canada upheld Mega Bloks' rights to sell their product.
In 2010, the European Court of Justice ruled that the 8-peg design of the original LEGO brick merely performs a technical function and cannot be registered as a trademark. First launched in 1996, the LEGO website has developed over the years and provides many extra services beyond an online store and a product catalog.
There are also moderated message boards that were founded in 2001.
The site also includes instruction booklets for all LEGO sets dating back to 2002. My LEGO Network is a social networking site that involves items, blueprints, ranks, badges which are earned for completing certain tasks, trading and trophies, called masterpieces, which allow users to progress to go to the next rank.
The website has a built-in inbox, which allows users to send pre-written messages to one another.
The LEGO Network includes automated non-player characters within called networkers, who are able to do things which normal users cannot do, sending custom messages and selling masterpieces and blueprints.
The site also has modules which are set up on the user's page that give the user items or that display picture compositions.
Before my LEGO Network, there were LEGO Club pages, which essentially held the same purpose, although the design lacked complex interaction. Merlin Entertainments operates 8 Legoland amusement parks, the original in Billund, Denmark, the second in Windsor, England, the third in Gunzburg, Germany, the fourth in Carlsbad, California, the fifth in Winter Haven, Florida, the sixth in Nusa Malaysia, the seventh in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, and the eighth in Nagoya, Japan.
The ninth is planned to open in 2020 in Goshen, New York, United States, and the 10th in 2022 in Shanghai, China.
On 13 July 2005, the the control of 70% of the Lego parks was sold for $460 million to the Blackstone Group of New York, while the remaining 30% is still held by Lego Group.
There are also 8 Legoland Discovery Centers, 2 in Germany, 4 in the United States, 1 in Japan and 1 in the United Kingdom.
2 Legoland Discovery Centers opened in 2015, one at the Westchester Ridge Hill Shopping Complex in Yonkers, New York, and one at the Vaughan Mills in Vaughan, Ontario, Canada.
Another opened at the Meadowlands Complex in East Rutherford, New Jersey in 2014.
Lego operates 132 so-called Lego store retail shops.
There are stores at the downtown Disney shopping complexes at Disneyland and Walt Disney World Resorts, as well as in Mall of America in Bloomington, Minnesota.
The opening of each store is celebrated with weekend-long event in which a master model builder creates, with the help of volunteers, most of whom are children, a larger-than-life Lego statue, which is then displayed at the new store for several weeks. Since around 2000, the Lego Group has been promoting Lego Serious Play, a form of business consultancy fostering creative thinking, in which team members build metaphors of their organizational identities and experiences using Lego bricks.
Participants work through imaginary scenarios using visual three-dimensional Lego constructions, imaginatively exploring possibilities in a serious form of play.
Lego branched out into the video game market in 1997 by founding Lego Media International Limited, and Lego Island was released that year by Minscope.
After this, Lego released titles such as Lego Creator and Lego Racers.
After Lego closed down their publishing subsidiary, they moved on to a partnership with Traveler's Tales and went on to make games like Lego Star Wars, Lego Indiana Jones, Lego Batman, and many more, including the very well-received Lego Marvel Superheroes game, featuring New York City as the overworld and including Marvel characters from the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, and more.
More recently, Lego has created a game based on the Lego Movie due to its popularity.
Lego Games, launched in 2009, was a series of Lego-themed board games designed by Cephas Howard and Rainer Nizia, in which the players usually build the playing board out of Lego bricks and then play with Lego-style players.
Examples of the games include Minotaurus, in which players roll dice to move characters within a brick-built labyrinth, Creationary, in which players must build something which appears on a card, or Ramses Pyramid, in which players collect gems and climb up a customizable pyramid.
Like many board games, the games use dice.
In Lego games, the dice are Lego, with Lego squares, with symbols on Lego studs on the dice, surrounded by rubber.
The games vary from simple to complex. Some are similar to traditional board games, while others are completely different. The first official Lego film was the straight-to-DVD release of Bionicle, Mask of Light in 2003, developed by Creative Takers Entertainment and distributed by Miramax Home Entertainment.
Several other straight-to-DVD computer-animated Bionicle sequels and Hero Factory movies were produced in the following years.
Lego The Adventures of Clutch Towers was released on DVD in February 2010, a computer-animated film made by Tinseltown Toons. The Lego Movie, a feature film based on Lego toys, was released by Warner Brothers in February 2014.
It featured Chris Pratt in the lead role, with substantial supporting characters, voiced by Elizabeth Banks, Will Arnett, Morgan Freeman, Liam Neeson, Alison Brie, Will Ferrell, and Nick Offerman.
A contest was held for contestants to submit designs for vehicles to be used in the film.
After After the release of the Lego Movie, independent Canadian toy retailers reported issues with shortages of Lego products and cited cancellations of Lego pre-orders without warning as a motive to stock compatible rival products.
A spin-off of the Lego Movie, entitled The Lego Batman Movie, directed by Chris McKay, was released in the US in February 2017. In June 2015, it was reported that Warner Brothers was developing a feature film adaptation of Lego Ninjago.
Brothers Dan Hageman and Kevin Hageman were attached to write the adaptation, while Dan Lin and Roy Lee, along with Phil Lord and Chris Miller, were announced as producers.
The film, The Lego Ninjago Movie, was released in September 2017.
A computer-generated animated series based on Lego Ninjago, Masters of Spinyachu began in 2011, and another based on Legends of Shima began in 2013.
A television series of Lego City has also been announced. Lego has an ongoing deal with publisher Dorland Kindersley, DK, who are producing a series of illustrated art that books looking at different aspects of the construction toy.
The first was the Ultimate Lego book, published in 1999.
More recently, in 2009, the same publisher produced the LEGO book, which was sold within a slipcase along with Standing Small, a celebration of 30 years of the LEGO minifigure, a smaller book focused on the minifigure.
In 2012, a revised edition was published.
Also in 2009, DK also published books on Lego Star Wars and a range of Lego-based sticker books. Although no longer being published in the United States by Scholastic, books covering events in the Bionicle storyline are written by Greg Farsky.
They are still being published in Europe by AMEET.
Bionicle comics, also written by Farsky, are compiled into graphic novels and were released by Paprikis.
This series ended in 2009 after 9 years.
There is also the Lego Club and Brickmaster magazine, the latter discontinued in 2011. Kabuki, a Danish company, founded in 1993, produces clothes branded as Lego Wear under license from the Lego Group. Now, just before we go, we remember we'll tell you this, it's extra time.
Whoa!
Which means we will do article Lego in February 12th, 2006.
And this audio file was created from a revision of the article Lego, dated February 12th, 2006, and does not reflect subsequent edits to the article.
Anyways, here's the audio.
Lego, from Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. http://en.wikipedia.org. Lego is a line of toys featuring colorful plastic bricks, gears, minifigures, also called minifigs, and other pieces which can be assembled to create models of almost anything imaginable. Cars, planes, trains, buildings, castles, sculptures, ships, spaceships, and even working robots are just a few of the many things that can be made with Lego bricks. High production quality and careful attention to detail ensures that Lego pieces can fit together in myriad ways, which is one of the main reasons for the toy's success. The sets are produced by the Lego Group, a privately held company based in Denmark. Section 1. Brief History. Main article, History of Lego. Also see Lego Timeline. The Lego Group had humble beginnings in the workshop of Ole Kirk Christensen, a poor carpenter from Billund, Denmark. Ole Kirk started creating wooden toys in 1932, but it wasn't until 1949 that the famous plastic Lego brick was created. The company name Lego was coined by Christensen from the Danish phrase "leg godt," meaning play well. The LEGO Group claims that LEGO means I put together or I assemble in Latin, though this is a rather liberal translation. The more accepted and widely used application of the word is I read. It should be noted, however, that the original Greek verb legein actually has the meaning put together. In 1947, Ole Kirk and his son Gottfred obtained samples of interlocking plastic bricks produced by the company Kiddicrafts. These Kiddicraft self-locking building bricks were designed and patented in the UK by Mr. Hilary Harry Fisher Page, a child psychologist. A few years later, in 1949, LEGO began producing similar bricks, calling them automatic binding bricks. These bricks, manufactured from cellulose acetates, were developed in the spirit of traditional wooden blocks that could be stacked upon one another. However, these plastic bricks could be locked together. They had several round studs on top and a hollow rectangular bottom. The blocks snapped together, but not so tightly that they couldn't be pulled apart. The use of plastic for toy manufacture was not highly regarded by retailers and consumers of the time. Many of the LEGO Group's shipments were returned following poor sales. It was thought that plastic toys could never replace wooden ones. By 1954, Christensen's son, Gottfred, had become the junior managing director of the LEGO Group. It was his conversation with an overseas buyer that struck the idea of a toy system. Gottfred saw the immense potential in LEGO bricks to become a system for creative play, but the bricks still had some problems from a technical standpoint. Their locking ability was limited, and they were not very versatile. It wasn't until 1958 that the modern-day brick design was developed, and it took another 5 years to find exactly the right material for it. Over the years, many more LEGO sets, series and pieces were created, with many innovative improvements and additions, culminating in the colorful, versatile building toys that we know today. Section 2. The LEGO Trademark. The LEGO Group's name has become so synonymous with its flagship toy that many use the words LEGO, collectively, or Legos, to refer to the bricks themselves, and even to any plastic bricks resembling LEGO bricks, although the LEGO Group discourages this as a dilution of their trademark. LEGO catalogues in the 1970s and 1980s contained a note that read, "The word LEGO is a brand name and is very special to all of us in the LEGO Group companies. We would sincerely like your help in keeping it special. Please always refer to our bricks as LEGO Bricks or Toys and not Legos. By doing so, you will be helping to protect and preserve a brand of which we are very proud and that stands for quality the world over. Thank you." Susan Williams, Consumer Services. LEGO is officially written in all uppercase letters. The company asserts that to protect its brand name, the word LEGO must always be used as an adjective, as in LEGO set, LEGO products, LEGO universe, and so forth. Nevertheless, such corporate admonitions are frequently ignored as corporate intervention in the use of language, and the word LEGO is commonly used not only as a noun to refer to LEGO bricks, but also as a generic term referring to any kind of interlocking toy brick. Section 3. Design and Manufacture. Since their introduction in 1949, LEGO pieces of all varieties have been, first and foremost, part of a system. LEGO pieces from 1963 still interlock with pieces made in 2006, despite radical changes in shape and design over the years. Retail LEGO sets for young children are compatible with those made for teenagers. Bricks, beams, axles, minifigures, and all other elements in the LEGO system are manufactured to an exacting degree of tolerance. When snapped together, pieces must have just the right amount of clutch power. They must stay together until pulled apart. They cannot be too easy to pull apart, or the result will be LEGO creations that are unstable. They cannot be too difficult to pull apart, since the disassembly of one creation in order to build another is part of the LEGO appeal. In order for pieces to have just the right clutch power, LEGO elements are manufactured within a tolerance of 2 micrometers, which is 0.00008 inches. Since 1963, LEGO pieces are manufactured from a strong, resilient plastic known as acrylonitrine butadiene styrene, or ABS. Precision-machined, small-capacity molds are used, and human inspectors meticulously check the output of the molds to eliminate significant variations in color or thickness. Worn-out molds are encased in the foundations of buildings to prevent their falling into competitors' hands. According to the LEGO Group, its molding processes are so accurate that only 18 bricks out of every million fail to meet its stringent standards. It is thanks to this care in manufacturing that the LEGO Group has maintained such a high degree of quality over the decades. This is one of the main reasons that pieces manufactured over 40 years ago still interlock neatly with pieces manufactured today. Manufacturing of LEGO bricks occurs at a number of locations around the world. Molding is done at one of two plants in Denmark and Switzerland. Brick decorations and packaging is done at plants in Denmark, Switzerland, United States, South Korea and the Czech Republic. Annual production of LEGO bricks averages approximately 20 billion, which is 2 times 10 to the power of 10, per year, or about 600 pieces per second. Section 4. LEGO Today. Since it began producing plastic bricks, the LEGO Group has released thousands of playsets themed around space, robots, pirates, Vikings, medieval castles, dinosaurs, cities, suburbia, holiday locations, Wild West, the Arctic, boats, racing cars, trains, Spider-Man, Star Wars, Harry Potter, Bionicle, and more. Sets containing new pieces are released frequently. LEGO recently announced the procurement of worldwide toy rights with the cable TV channel Nickelodeon for building sets with themes from 2 hit TV shows such as SpongeBob SquarePants and Avatar: The Last Airbender, which will be available summer of 2006. There are also motors, gears, lights, sensors and cameras available to be used with LEGO components. There are even special bricks, like the LEGO RCX, that can be programmed with a PC to perform very complicated and useful tasks. These programmable bricks are sold under the name LEGO Mindstorms. There are several competitions which use LEGO bricks and the RCX, among other microcontrollers, for robotics. The earliest, and likely the largest, is Botsball, a national US middle and high school competition stemming from the MIT 6270 LEGO Robotics Tournament. A related competition is First LEGO League for elementary and middle schools. The International RoboCup Junior Autonomous Soccer competition involves extensive use of LEGO Mindstorms equipment, which is often pushed to its limits. LEGO Mindstorms provides primary and secondary school-aged participants of RoboCup Junior an easy and intuitive introduction to robotics. It also allows advanced participants an opportunity to modify the LEGO Mindstorm platform, adding their own sensors and actuators, as well as other mechanical, electrical, electronic and software-related systems. LEGO Group operates several Legoland amusement parks in Europe and California. There are also several LEGO retail stores, including one in Walt Disney World's Downtown Disney area near Orlando, Florida, and in the Mall of America in Bloomington, Minnesota. As of year-end 2005, there are 25 LEGO brand retail stores in the USA, a number of stores in Europe, and a franchised LEGO store in Abu Dhabi. Section 5. Novel applications of LEGO. LEGO bricks today are used for purposes beyond children's play. The LEGO Group itself has developed a form of business consultancy fostering creative thinking called LEGO Serious Play, in which team members build metaphors of their organizational experiences using LEGO bricks and work through imaginary scenarios using the visual device of the LEGO constructions and by exploring possibilities in a serious form of play. A cult following of people who have used LEGO pieces to make sculptures, very large mosaics, and complex machines has developed. Some sculptures use hundreds of thousands of pieces and weigh tens of kilograms. Large mosaics, fully functional padlocks and pendulum clocks, a harpsichord and an inkjet printer built by Google Go founder Larry Page while at the University of Michigan, have been constructed from LEGO pieces. One such masterpiece solves a Rubik's Cube through the use of LEGO motors and cameras, a task that many humans cannot accomplish. Photos of many fan creations like these can be seen at Brickshelf and at MOC pages. A group which calls itself AFOLs, for Adult Fans of LEGO, is an important demographic for the LEGO Group, which has recently begun reintroducing popular sets from previous years to appeal to this group. LEGO toys have been used in a number of unexpected ways. For example, at the Brick Testament, the Reverend Brendan Powell Smith has built the Bible in LEGO pieces. The site features over 2,000 photographs of biblical scenes. LEGO Wars, the generic term for a number of war games, most notably Brick Wars, involving Lego bricks enjoys a cult-like popularity. The website theory.org.uk by academic David Gauntlet features Lego versions of social theorists. A set of software tools called LDraw or Lego Digital Designer can be used to model possible Lego creations in 3D. Because of the high degree of uniformity in Lego bricks, they have also been used in fields such as computer vision, in which knowing the exact dimensions and relative positioning of objects is useful for creating test data. Another novel application of Lego bricks is the combination of bricks and electronic components to obtain a Lego electronic lab kit. Section 6. The Lego System in Art. One hobby among enthusiasts is to recreate popular scenes from famous movies, using Lego bricks for the scenery and Lego playsets as characters. Such movies are called Lego movies, brick films, or cinema Lego. They usually use stop-motion animation. For example, the Monty Python and the Holy Grail Special Edition DVD contained a version of the Camelot musical sequence redone with Lego minifigures and accessories. Artists have also used Lego sets, with one of the more notorious examples being Polish artist Zbigniew Libera's Lego Concentration Camp, a collection of mocked-up concentration camp-themed Lego sets. The little artists have created an entire modern art collection in a Lego gallery. Art Craziest Nation was shown at the Walker Art Gallery in Liverpool, UK. Another notable example is the award-winning music video for the song Fell in Love with a Girl by the White Stripes. Director Michael Gondry filmed a live version of the video, digitized the results, and then recreated it entirely with Lego bricks. Several webcomics are illustrated with Lego, notably Irregular Webcomic. Lego itself sells a line of sets named Lego Studios, which contains a Lego webcam, repackaged Logitech USB QuickCam, software to record video on a computer, clear plastic rods which can be used to manipulate minifigures from off-camera, and a minifigure resembling Steven Spielberg. Section 7. Trivia. Legot or Legot, plural form of Lego or Lego, is also used as a Finnish slang term for human teeth because of the rectangular shape of the teeth. 6 8-stud Lego bricks of the same color can be put together in 950,103,765 ways, and just 3 bricks of the same color offer 1,560 combinations. The figure of 102,981,500 is often given for 6 pieces, but it is incorrect. The number 102,981,504, for more than that figure, is the number of 6-piece towers of a height of 6. This sound file and all text in the article are licensed under the GNU Free Documentation License, available at www.gnu.org/copyleft/fdl.html.
That's all today. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more video enhancements and see you in episode 10.